Mariam Uwais, special advisor to President Muhammadu Buhari on social investment, has released a strongly worded statement countering attempts by Senate President Ahmad Lawan and Speaker of the House of Representatives Femi Gbajabiamila to tarnish the reputation of Vice President Yemi Osinbajo over his management of the social investment program. In a statement titled, Lawan, Gbajabiamila got it wrong, Mariam Uwais provided statistics, giving figures and listing concrete examples of how much was released to the social investment program and how the money was used. She described as untrue many of the allegations made by the duo. The wife of Nigerian President Aishi Buhari had attacked the program as well, but Uwais corrected some of the misinformation being peddled around. Nigerians would go to the polls in 2023 and Vice President Osinbajo, who is a natural choice to replace President Muhammadu Buhari, has come under attack by President Buhari and his men, as well as those who are close to former Lagos State Governor Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Tinubu had handpicked Osinbajo for the vice president, but it seems to have since turned against him with unconfirmed reports that he too would like to be president. Attempt to discredit Vice President Yemi Osinbajo seemed directed at the 2023 election. Lawan Gbajabiamila got it wrong. Mariam Uwais of the 2 trillion social investment program a failure, say Lawan and Gbajabiamila. That the 2 trillion social investment is a failure, according to this two gentlemen. My attention has been drawn to the online report of the Nation newspaper on 7th April 2020 with the above caption. Indeed, several other online publications carry similar stories alleging that the National Social Investment Program, as supervised under the office of the Vice President, were a scam, given the gravity and implications of the narrative conveyed, as well as the caliber of persons involved. It has become necessary to clarify the issues in the public domain. 1. The National Social Investment Program has gobbled up over 2 trillion naira since 2016 when the fund was created. Untrue. Although the total appropriation by the National Assembly NAS from inception for the 4 NSIPs is 1.7 trillion naira. The actual funds released for the NSIPs between January 2016 and October 2019, when the NSMPs were handed over to the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, amounted to 619.1 billion naira, constituting 36.4% of the total appropriation from the NAS. B. The monies released from the NSIPs can be further broken down into 14.03% in 2016 and 35% in 2017, 43.5% in 2018 and 57.8% as at September 2019 of the 500 billion naira in 2016 and 400 billion naira appropriated for the subsequent years. It should be noted that for 2017 to 2018, the sum of 100 billion naira was appropriated specifically for the National Housing Fund hosted by the Federal Ministry of Finance. These releases covered operational activities and payments to about 13 billion naira, 13 billion beneficiaries across all the 13 million beneficiaries across all the 4 NSIPs. All of them can be verified either through their BVN numbers or their unique numbers generated by the National Social Register. Those identities have been generated for the poorest of the poor who do not own bank accounts for sundry reasons. C. As at September 2019, the funds had been expended as follows: on the Job Creation Program, 549,500 N-Power graduates and non-graduates, and 7 technology hubs, National Homegrown School Feeding Program in 33 states. 33 states, and we have how many states? 36 with the FCT. Okay. In 33 states, 9,963,762 pupils to 107,862 cooks in 54,952 primary schools. The National Cash Transfer Program, including the development of the National Social Register by the National Social Safety Net Coordination Office, 1,496,296 poor and vulnerable households, comprising of 6,056,872 individuals in 33 states and 620,947 cash transfer beneficiaries, and the government enterprise and empowerment program managed by the Bank of Industry, a total of 2,279,380 trader money, market money, and farmer money beneficiaries. 2. That as part of the condition for poor and vulnerable beneficiaries to be engaged, they are made to apply online through the internet, and they acquire a BVN for payment on True. Under that, A, the National Cash Transfer Program derives all the cash transfer beneficiaries from a national social register comprising state social registers that are developed and hosted by the state ministries of planning of each state. The process for objective identification for poor and vulnerable households is as provided in the financing agreement signed between Nigeria and the World Bank, for which purpose the World Bank IDA credits and the recovered funds from the Abacha family are being utilized. The process involves a poverty mapping of the local government areas in each state, community mobilization, targeting and identification, supported by trained enumerators of state and local government levels, after which each of the households identified by the communities is visited and data collated, which information includes fields such as the size of household, age, gender, persons with disability if any, asset, vocation of head of household, educational qualifications if any, dwelling house conditions, etc. Finally, all the data collated is subjected to a prosy means testing formula to determine those that merit the grant and the accompanying training. Even though each state hosts its own information, all of the data is hosted at the national level as the National Social Register. As at March 31st, 2020, the NSR comprised 11,045,537 individuals from 2,644,495 households, collated from 35 states, 453 local government areas, 47,698 communities. Each and every beneficiary has a generated unique number and can be tracked. B. Furthermore, payment service providers have been selected in an open procurement process to pay the cash beneficiaries at their locations, as many of them reside in communities where there is a dearth of banking infrastructure. Even though the majority of beneficiaries are not financially literate, the National Social Investment Office, then under the Office of the Vice President, commenced the pilot exercise of payments of beneficiaries in 6 states through Microfinance Bank in September 2019 with a 93% success rate. The exercise was preparatory to full digitization, especially with the impending cashless policy in March 2020. C. It is also pertinent to mention that the National Economic Summit Group, working with Accenture and the Busara Center for Behavioral Sciences, formed the Policy Intervention Unit for the NSIO. Furthermore, in addition to the World Bank's strict auditing responsibilities, with the African Network of Environmental and Economic Justice has provided over 700 monitors across all the local government area where the NSIP beneficiaries exist. The link to the reports is to be downloaded at there's a http slash anej urge slash what, giving us the what have you, I don't even know what to say about this. That is where to get the information. It can be downloaded on that platform or website. Indeed, the ICPC, EFCC, and the DSS were also invited to monitor the process to protect the beneficiaries after they receive the benefits in the fields. D. It is only in respect of the job creation program that applications are made online. That particular program was initiated for youth who consists of graduates and non-graduates, as with JAMB candidates who continue to apply for their own admission online. Indeed, all the local government areas around the country currently have Empower beneficiaries serving in sundry capacities. The utilization of the BVN for Empower beneficiary payments is also as a means of identity, since the NIN number can be generated from the BVN, and to facilitate the tracking of payments and further ensure accountability. So guys, the whole thing is, just a long one. It's just a long one that all in a nutshell. I think this Miriam Uwais, he has just come to defend Yemi Osinbajo, because he said what Gbajabiamila and Ahmad Lawal, what they have said is untrue, that they are not right. But remember that Aisha came too. She made complaint about this program, this national stuff program, that most of her people did not get all of those things. And if she could say that, and it is the same thing most of the people too in other areas, they complain the same thing. Nobody can say, okay, these are the beneficiaries of this and that I can even lay hand on, or I can really confirm. And I know which is the same thing with most people. Most of all this, their whatever is audio program. And let me tell you one thing, the former administration, the PDP administration, so they will come up with this Shopee. They will still give their account, this and this and that. The question is that with all of this, whether Aisha Buhari is right, whether Gbajabiamila and Ahmad Lawal, whether they are wrong or what have you, but the essence, the whole thing is that at the end of it all, where have all of these programs, where have they landed the poor? Where have they landed the poor? You cannot be doing something over and over again the same way, and you expect different results. See billions of naira or trillions that have even gone into all of this social investment program. At the end of the day, the people that they've sent the money, they spend the money on, you cannot even look at them and say, oh, these people have collected this. If they will budget say for example 10 million naira for a program. At the end of the day, maybe they will not even spend more than 200,000 or 300,000 naira. The rest money will be pocketed, but they will tell you that, oh, they have budgeted 10 million and they just want everybody to accept it just like that. And someone was even accusing these people, the House of Reps and the lawmaker, the upper chamber, that, oh, anything they are not involved in, they are always coming out to see corruption. But when it involves them, that they are part of the whole thing, they will not say anything. There's secrecy, all of them, and which is true. There's secrecy among all of them. All of this is just to bring to blow hot hair. And at the end of the day, everybody will make noise. Oh, this and this. Forget all of them. They know what they are doing. Now, this woman is coming out to defend Yemi Osinbajo. And now, Yemi Osinbajo, we don't even know where he is. He has not been talking to anybody. The appointment that the Buhari gave to him, I don't know how far he has been going with that. But that being said, this woman just came to defend Yemi Osinbajo. We know all the stories. Even Timmy Frank at some point came and said many things. At the end of the day, you will not hear anything. Different issue, different problem every day in, day out. Someone says, does asking for accountability amount to tarnishing of image? It is very vital to note that some states in the same Nigeria are left from sharing or benefiting from the above list of national endowments programs. Personally, I am querying, are all these happenings in Nigeria, but my own poor people in my village don't know or be partakers? God have mercy. That is what they are going to be hearing. See what they are sharing now because of this COVID relief fund. they know where they started all of those things. Now they are telling us, oh, you can they pay some beneficiaries through BVN, through this, through that. Yes, when it comes to this COVID-19 refund relief, they will tell you it is not possible, it is not this, it is not that. Are everybody, is everybody being taken care of? Are all the people being taken care of in Nigeria? Why is it that they select and treat some people and leave the people to fare for themselves, and you expect people to be happy? Now they ask of the 2 trillion naira concerning this COVID relief fund. The next thing, they say they have the data in whatever, in one building. 9 hours later, the whole thing got burnt. And they are giving excuses, oh, this and this and this and that. Now so Nigeria matter be. May they continue. May they continue. This woman is coming to defend. Of course, she will come and defend what she knows. But in paper, she can defend all of those things in paper. But in reality, what happens? So guys, let us hear your opinion and leave your comment.